the French are behaving wholly unreasonably. Not only in demanding that fishing boats that show no historic record of fishing in British waters, because they're not getting licences, they're threatening all sorts. They're threatening to increase the price of electricity to Jersey. They've even threatened to cut off the electricity to Jersey. They are threatening all sorts of sanctions and problems at various ports in France with British goods. Who knows, maybe Monsieur Macron, little Napoleon, wants to even threaten the British Christmas. I don't know. What I do know is this. Two things are very clearly highlighted for me. The first is what a rotten deal the fishing part of the Brexit withdrawal agreement was. Absolutely rotten. Over 100 French boats are allowed to fish up to a 6-mile line in this country, and they're doing so, particularly in the Eastern Channel, in a very, very environmentally damaging and degrading way. Oh, well, what's our access to inside the 12-mile French limit? Well, nothing. Fewer than a handful of British boats can do the same. So it's a rotten deal for the British industry. It's a rotten deal for our marine environment. But it is a deal, and it is actually a treaty between us and the European Union. And clearly the French want to ride roughshod over all of that. Interesting, isn't it, that if the French boats have no historic records of fishing in British waters, they were clearly fishing illegally if they claimed they were there at the time because of the existence of logbooks. What are we to do about all of this? Well, Liz Truss has spoken pretty firmly. You know, she said we won't roll over, that the French are being unreasonable, and we will seek, if they take some of the actions they threaten, we'll seek compensatory measures. I've got a better idea. Did you know we're still paying billions to the EU? This year, we'll pay $7 billion to the EU. Next year, we'll pay $5 billion to the EU. Our deal, the deal upon which we left, was with the EU, not with France. And there's the graph, and that comes from the House of Commons Library. So we're still paying very large sums to Europe as part, or European Union, as part of our divorce settlement. Not something I would ever have agreed to, but that's what happened, and that's what actually, in the end, with a very tired public, won a big majority at a general election. And yet, the EU will crack down on Poland or crack down on Hungary if they don't like what they're doing, but France apparently can do what they like. My suggestion is we withhold all payments to the European Union until the French withdraw their threats. And I think that is a proportionate and a reasonable response, and one that might actually work and work quite quickly.